Good morning, my friends. It is Wednesday, April 1st. And Wednesdays on my channel is weigh-in and meeting highlights. Now, normally I weigh in on Tuesday evenings at my workshop, which we all know is not happening now. So I weighed in yesterday at home, and this week I am up 0.4. I'll take it. That's what maintenance is all about. It's up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little. And last week I lost 1.4, which was a little shocking to me. This week I'm up 0.4. I know a lot of it is sodium. We had very sodium heavy meals over the weekend. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, but even if it's not, it's okay. I am well under my goal. I am well within my comfort range. So it is all good. So I am 136 even right now. So the meeting topic this week is very timely. And I forgot to print this out in color. It was set to black and white, so I apologize. Easing stress. There's a lot of stress right now, my friends. There's a lot of stress. Whether it be stress from the unknown, whether it be stress from having a house full of people that you're not used to having home every day, whether it be worrying about being able to get groceries at the grocery store, worrying about our elderly friends and relatives, our young friends and relatives, any friends and relatives. There is a lot of stress right now. There really is. So this week, WW talked about easing that stress. It says, raise your hand if you're feeling overwhelmed. Repeat after us. It's human nature to feel stressed, especially when our day-to-day lives don't look the same as they used to. Sometimes stress can lead us to respond in unhelpful ways, like turning to food for comfort. And that will ultimately move us further from our goals. By responding to stress in more helpful ways, we can find a sense of balance and stay on track, meaning we can take better care of ourselves and others. What to do? Try one or two of these suggestions to help ease stress this week. First, I want to start, it's not even on the card, but you know, if you've watched my channel, you know one of my pat lines from my WW leader is, stress does not make us eat. Eating is our reaction to the stress. So what we need to do, and it is not always easy, and I'm not saying it is, we need to replace that reaction, that eating reaction, with another reaction. It took a very long time for me to figure that one out and to actually do it. So now what I do is instead of being a stress eater, I'm a stress exerciser. I try to push myself harder, further, and longer. And let me tell you, those endorphins are released when you're exercising and when you're doing cardio, and it really, truly does make you feel better. It not only makes you feel better because of the endorphins released, it makes you feel better because, number one, you're in control. You did not turn to food. You did not stuff your face. Number two, it makes you feel better because you know you're taking care of your body. You are doing something good for your body. And right now, with everything going on, we have to really take care of our bodies and do the best we can. We need to eat healthy. We need to wash our hands. We need to exercise. We need to do what we can do, because there's not a lot we can do. So we have to concentrate on those things we can do. So that's just my little not on the card PSA about how I feel about stress and stress eating. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. I'm a sadness eater. I don't necessarily eat when I'm stressed, but I used to be really bad about eating when I was sad, and I still am sometimes. It's just knowing when to control it. And sometimes you just want that comfort, the comfort that comes from food. You can do that. You just have to rein it in. Ice cream is my comfort food. It truly is. I love ice cream. And I used to go through, when my mom was sick, I used to go through well, they used to be half gallons. Now it's like 1.75 quarts of Turkey Hill's mint chocolate chip. Turkey Hill natural mint chocolate chip. I used to go through a container of that every 3 days by myself. Yeah. I think a half a cup of that is 8 points. And I was probably eating minimum of 2 cups a day. Minimum? Yeah. And let me tell you, ice cream is still my comfort food. But now, I'm a little smarter about it. I'll eat a protein ice cream like Halo Top or Enlightened. Or if I want the real stuff, I'll eat the real stuff. I just have to make sure I have enough points and I portion it out. If the portion is 65 grams, that's what's getting weighed in my bowl, 65 grams. And sometimes I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself to do it. So I have somebody else do it for me because Doug or one of the boys, they will weigh 65 grams. I'll weigh 65 grams and then put a spoon in my mouth. Or I'll go, oh, look, I put accidentally 80 grams in the bowl. Well, I'm not going to scoop it back out. Yeah, they will. So if you can't be trusted, trust someone else to do it for you. And if you feel the need to have that comfort food, like I said, have it. Just be mindful and have it in moderation. Okay, now I'm going to get to the card. But I just felt the need to say that. And I know it's tough love. I know that. But you know me. I am very black and white. I am very cut and dry. That's how I live. That's how I do my program. And sometimes that's how I present it. So, what they suggest to ease stress: digitally unplug. Abso-stinkin-lutely. The news is on constantly. Constantly. And, living in Jersey, or the tri-state area, so, at 1 o'clock, the Pennsylvania governor will come on. At 2 o'clock, the New Jersey governor will come on. At 3 o'clock, the Delaware governor will come on. Yeah, no, can't do it. I cannot sit there and watch it constantly, and I don't. I turn it off now. I've turned off the news alerts on my phone because it was going off constantly. Turned it off. I will keep up once a day, and that is it. I cannot do it constantly because that is all that is on my mind then, and that is not healthy for me. So unplug for a little bit. Watch the news once a day, maybe at noon. Don't watch it when you first get up because it's going to set the mood for your day. Don't watch it right before you go to bed because it may mess up your sleep. Watch it in the middle of the day when you can have time to process it, when you can have time to think about it, and you can have time to get it out of your mind before bedtime. Number 2, shift your perspective. Write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small they may seem. Every dose of gratitude helps. If you have a journal, if you're a journaler, if you're a writer, whatever you do, just think about it every day. Oh, I can't reach my tea. Every day, think about 3 things you're grateful for. They could be the littlest things. You could be grateful that when you went outside to get your mail, there were some spring flowers blooming and they looked beautiful. And I decided, my hyacinths are blooming. I think I'm going to cut them, a few of them, and put them in a vase and put them in my kitchen because they're beautiful and I'm not outside, so I'm not seeing them and I want to enjoy them. So I'm grateful that I have those. It can be little things like that. It can also be something big. You can be grateful that another day is here and your family is still healthy. It can be anything you want it to be. Just try to think every day of 3 things you're grateful for because there's always, always, always something to be grateful for. You got out of bed this morning, That's something to be grateful for. Number 3, breathe in and out. Staying centered and present can do wonders for a worried mind. Check out the Headspace in the WW app. The Headspace meditation in the WW app. Oh, touching my face. I know. I'm itchy. So yeah, breathe. I have an app on my Apple Watch called Breathe. I never use it. Maybe I should start. But just stop and center yourself once in a while. Help others. It's a great way to find purpose during these challenging times. Check in on an elderly neighbor, post an encouraging message on Connect, or donate your wellness wins to WW Good. I know through our church, there's groups of people that go out and visit the shut-ins and visit the elderly. They take them communion weekly, things like that. Can't do any of that now. So they're asking people to call the elderly and call the homebound. So I was assigned a list of, I think, 4 people that, every 3 or 4 days, just give them a call, see how they're doing, see if they need anything, let them know that even though the church office is closed, they can still reach out if they need a priest, if they need something, anything. Our food pantry is still open and operating at the church. So, I've been trying to drop some groceries off to the church so they can keep the food pantry stocked. So try to help others, whether it be something big or something small. It will make you still feel good. We switched to online giving at our church about, 4 months ago maybe, and now I'm so glad we did, because there's nobody in the pews to put money in the basket. So this way, we're still giving our donation every week because the church still has to function. And like I said, dropping off groceries to the local food banks. And, you can just drop them and go. No human contact whatsoever. Reaching out to your friends and your neighbors and your family. Like I'm picking up a Walmart order today. I reached out to friends and family. Does anybody need anything? Do you want me to add it to my order? I will drop it off on your porch on my way home. That kind of thing. Just sometimes it's the little things that can just mean a lot. Number 5, keep moving. If possible, take a walk around the block or bike to the park. For indoor activities, try an active audio workout in the WW app. No equipment required. We are still, every morning, we are still getting up and we are still doing our routine. Our whatever it is that day, whether it be HIIT training, whether it be running, whatever it is, we're still doing it because we need to. We need to keep our bodies healthy. We need to keep in check, and we're trying to keep to as normal routine as possible. So exercise has always been part of our routine, so we're not going to let it stop now. And that goes back to trying to keep our bodies the healthiest we possibly can. So that was all that was on the card. And there were a couple other things in the email that I thought was good. And actually some things I'm doing Spring clean. No time like the present. Take one room or one closet at a time and you'll feel accomplished and satisfied. If you've been watching my channel, I've been ripping apart closets and drawers and everything else. And it just makes you feel accomplished. It makes you feel satisfied, and it makes you feel in control because you're controlling the chaos in your home. Get some fresh air. Get outside. We're still allowed to go outside. May not be allowed to be outside with other people, but we can still go outside. So especially today, we've had a lot of rain the last couple days here in Jersey, but as you can see coming through that window, the sun is shining like crazy. It's cold, but the sun is shining, and I definitely plan on soaking up some vitamin D today. I was hoping I had some laundry to do because I was going to hang it outside, but I finished all my laundry the other day. Stay connected. Now is more than ever. Reach out to your loved ones. There's FaceTime, there's Zoom, there's Skype, there's the traditional old phone call. Reach out to your friends and family. You need them now more than ever. Start journaling. Write down how you're feeling. Sometimes it helps to get it out. And the last one they recommend is schedule some me time. I know it sounds crazy during this crazy time, but especially if you're in a situation like me where my oldest is home from college, we're not used to that. My younger one is home every day from high school. We're not used to that. My husband is working from home. I'm not used to that. I'm used to having the house just me all day, while I'm working. So once in a while, as much as I love these guys, I need to unplug from them. I need to distance myself. And I've been doing that by jumping in the bathtub at night and getting a nice long bath and reading my book, or catching up on some YouTube videos. I prop the iPad up on the toilet and catch up on some YouTube videos. So Whatever you need to do, just take that half hour of time for yourself. If you have some facial masks, sit and do a facial mask or something. Just try to get a little bit of me time to keep yourself centered and keep yourself focused, because in the long run, it's going to help you deal with everything else around you, and it's going to help your family deal with everything else. So just remember, by reducing our stress, not only are we taking care of ourselves, but we're also taking care of ourselves to take better care of our families. And you need to focus. We cannot control what's going on in the world right now. We cannot. But you can control what's going on in your mind, in your body, and in your home. So in your mind, try the positive thoughts. In your body, really be mindful of what you're eating. I know, guys, I want to dive headfirst into a bag of Fritos. I do. And I wanted them yesterday. So luckily, what I do as a regular strategy is I buy, and it costs me a little more in the long run, but I'd rather spend a little more money and save a little weight. I buy the big, at BJ's and Sam's Club, the big boxes of the single size snacks. And I wanted Fritos yesterday. I did. And if I had a regular size bag of Fritos, I guarantee you I would have eaten half the bag. But I grabbed one of the bags. It was 5 points, which is way more than I would ever spend on a processed snack, but it satisfied me, and it was enough. I would have eaten 20 points of those if I had a regular size bag. I would have. I know me. So I was able to control that. Everything else is out of control, but I was able to control what went in my mouth and what went in my body. So think about that. Think about the things you can control, not the things you can't. Focus on what you can. And then just, pay attention to mindfulness and managing your stress and new routines. This is the new normal for a while, so we need to get used to it and we need to figure it out. So that was the weekly topic this week, quite apropos. The recipe looks good, but it's not easy to get a lot of different groceries this week, and we're all kind of sticking to what we know, I think. This is hoisin glazed tuna with asparagus and rice noodles. This may happen in my house during a normal time, but it's really not now. I'm really trying to be a good steward of what I have in the house and a good steward when I do grocery shop about what can we use and what maybe is a little more inexpensive. And yeah, for me to buy ahi tuna is not real good, because probably to buy enough ahi tuna to feed my family, it would probably be about $40. Yeah, and I can get a whole lot more other things for $40. So I'll hang on to this for when times change, and because it does look really good. It looked better in color. So that's it. That is it. My weigh-in, my meeting highlights. I talked a lot longer than I want, and I do apologize. Let me know in the comments below how you are handling this stress. Let me know if you feel in control, out of control. Let me know if there is anything at all I can do for you. Email me. My email's in the description box below. You can message me on my Facebook group. The link to my Facebook group is in the message box or the description box below. You can message me. You can do, if you need anything, if you just need a hey, you're doing great, or hey, get your head in the game. Whatever you need from me. If you need tough love, if you need me to hold your hand, I'm there for you. Just shoot me a message. And that is it for me. I need to go get breakfast started for my family and get my day moving. I will be back with another video today of my day in the life, full day of eating, and I just got a friend who popped up on my lap. Say hi, Small Z. They all need attention. This cat is loving my husband working from home. He spends pretty much all day on his lap. Don't you? Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm getting the love right now. So have a fantastic day and just try. I know it's hard. It's hard for all of us. Try to stay focused. Try to stay on plan. Do the best you can with what you have to work with right now. Give yourself a little grace. And I will talk to you very soon.